Previously on My Kitchen Rules, our 12 teams from around Australia started their journey at Kitchen HQ.
Good luck to all of you. May the best team win.
They were divided into two, and their competition was on.
Mamma mia, it's really good.
The score I'm giving you is a 10.
Not really impressed, sorry to say.
At the end of Group 1, the lowest scoring team, Kane and Lee, were given a second chance.
You'll compete in a sudden death cook-off against the lowest scoring team from Group 2.
And so round 2 began.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
It was really, really delicious.
Mine was insanely salty.
I'm sorry, I was such a nightmare.
And now with only one team left to cook, Anne-Marie and Nick are looking worried in last place. Tonight,
I think Kerry and Holly's menu is the most ambitious we've seen so far in the competition.
it's our last supper in the instant restaurant round.
No fighting.
WA's mother and daughter team, Kerry and Holly, struggle to stay calm in the kitchen.
Mum, I need you to chop the thing for the crepe.
I can't remember what I'm doing anymore.
We're stuffed.
Will it be WA or South Australia who have to face our first elimination against Kane and Lee? In this 90-minute special, all teams return to kitchen headquarters for the first sudden death cook-off. Tonight, one team will be going home.
Don't stop, make it pop, DJ, gonna speak this up tonight. I'ma fight till we see the sunlight. Tick tock on the clock, the party don't stop, no.
For the final dinner event of the competition, the teams are heading to Perth, where they are the guests of mother and daughter duo, Kerry and Holly.
Oh my God.
Okay. All right, let's just start.
Okay, let's just stay calm.
Get the tablecloth.
Tonight we're calling our instant restaurant cardamom, which is a spice that we love to work with. Okay, Mum, British Raj, here we come.
The theme is British Raj, and what we're trying to do is recreate a fine dining experience from a bygone era. I just think these look beautiful, Holly.
Be really careful not to get them on the people's placings because I don't want them ending up in people's food.
No.
And people dying tonight. Death by Swarovski crystal.
As Kerry and Holly get to work, their Group 1 WA counterparts have some advice.
Cook with passion, cook with love, and just be yourself and enjoy the day. Go WA!
All right, now we've got everything. We've got the shopping list.
Yeah, got the shopping list.
Yep, and no driving too fast today.
Today's the day.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
It's the morning of the big day, and with just over 7 hours until the guests arrive, Kerry and Holly are off shopping.
We're hoping that we'll really get off to a good start with the shopping and find what we need quickly and get through it in a fun manner and have time to stop and have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and
Or some lunch even.
Yeah,
If we're doing
yeah.
well for time.
We'll see how we go.
Little darling.
We love doing all the things that mothers and daughters like doing together.
Oh, you're spoiled. Thank you.
Afternoon tea is one of our favourites.
To take away my taste buds would be a fate worse than death.
Look and learn.
Mum blows people away with her cooking.
Smell that. And you've got the creative flair. That's great. Yep, love it.
We've travelled all over the world and tasted some of the finest foods, and now we're bringing some of the best to our kitchen.
Sometimes she can be quite difficult, but usually I pull her into line. That's too high. Look, that's going to fall over.
don't
Quick,
take
quick, quick.
Yeah.
You like to take a few shortcuts.
Yeah, let's take a few shortcuts.
You had the knife and you were scrunching it around.
Did you not? I'm quite an impatient person, so I get a little bit... okay, you do the collars because I can't do them. We can fight like the best of them.
But at the end of the day, I love her to bits, and she's my best friend. Don't underestimate Perth.
I think that we'll be pretty hard to beat.
We're going to win. Currently, Nick and I are placed at the bottom of the competition.
If Kerry and Holly do better than us tonight, we'd be facing a sudden death cook-off and who knows, even elimination.
With us going last, I feel like there's just more pressure on us to do well today.
You know, now people have honed their skills on critiquing the food and we don't want them to be too harsh.
We're hoping that you've got a really lovely leg of lamb that's boned.
2 kilo each.
For entree tonight, we're serving lamb and fennel crepes, pesto, red capsicum relish, and baby roasted Roma tomatoes.
I think Kerry and Holly's menu is the most ambitious we've seen so far in the competition, but if the two of them can work harmoniously, I think they can pull it off.
Lamb as an entree is very unusual, I believe. Crepes, I've seen crepes as an entree a long time ago. I think it's a bit dated.
There's some nice big snapper there. We're hoping you've got some lovely rainbow trout.
Yes. Main course tonight, we're serving pan-fried snapper, smoked trout sausage, and celeriac mash.
There's so much going on the main here. A lot could go wrong.
We'll use
The offcuts for the
puree to go in the
yeah.
trout sausage.
They've got to cook the fish properly. They've got to make the sausage. They need a lot of hands, and there's only 2 pair.
Okay, we need 4 litres of milk.
Holly's very worried that we'll muck up some part of the recipe, and so she wants to actually buy heaps more than we need. The organic and the free range.
So we need 36 eggs altogether. I just don't think that now in this competition is the time to be conservative about what we're buying today. I need 5 packets of them. For dessert tonight, we're serving creme caramel with mixed berry compote, raspberry sorbet and puree.
Dessert, I think they're playing it very safe here. They've gone with a classic cream caramel. And if I know anything about Kerry and Holly, they seem to be sticklers for tradition. And I reckon this will be one of their signature dishes.
God, I'm exhausted and all we've done is the shopping.
I know. Yeah, it takes a lot longer than you think.
Oh, God, I can hardly get out of the car.
Okay, all right. At the moment, I'm feeling really excited that we've just finally got a chance to get on and do it.
Holly, come on, the 3 hours has started.
Let's cool, calm, collected. We can do this.
Keep the kitchen clean.
Keep the kitchen clean. Help each other.
Right.
No fighting.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Okay.
And let's do this proper today, okay?
I've got very big expectations of Holly and Kerry. I know that Kerry knows her food, so I'm looking forward to it.
The first thing I start on is getting my trout smoked. So I put the fish in the smoking unit with some hickory chips, brown sugar, tea leaves and some rice, and I take it out to the barbecue for about 15 minutes. Okay, Mum.
Okay,
I've got the thing smoking. You can do the creme caramel?
Eggs. Yep.
The first thing I start on is the creme caramels. I whisk 12 eggs, 8 cups of milk and some sugar and bring that to a simmer.
I know that the raspberry sorbet is going to take a long time to set, so I put about 500 grams of raspberries into the blender.
Yeah, what is this, Holly?
Don't worry, I'm just having some trouble. In order to get the raspberry sorbet really smooth, I wanted to sieve out all the pips in the raspberries, but it was just back-breaking, time-consuming work with this little sieve trying to push all of this thick puree through. This really was a mental idea. Why did we put this on the menu? Remind me again?
Holly, just let it sit there for a minute. You're spending too much time doing stuff you shouldn't be doing. Okay, we've got 2 hours and 4 minutes, and I thought I would have had the lamb cut up and put through the mincer and slowly starting to cook at this stage. You might have to stop what you're doing and go and check the trout.
Oh, shivers.
I can't leave this because I've got the caramel here.
Mum, this looks pretty good.
I just can't wait to see that smoked trout sausage. I'm actually really interested about it, and if they pull it off, it'd be just fantastic, I think.
That clock is so stressful. I can't believe how fast the time has gone.
And we seem to have nothing done.
Oh,
What? Is everything okay?
no, it's not. I've got a problem here.
Oh my God.
Something's happening with this thing.
Is that broken? Oh my God. When I came over and saw that the stove was off, I just, at that point, thought I may as well pack up now.
I just don't know what's going on.
I don't understand. I thought you just had it going. It was moving.
I just wanted to burst into tears because I thought, well, look, without the hot plate working, really, I just everything's lost.
That one's working. Don't touch anything from that,
I
Holly.
can't believe this.
You deal with what you're dealing with.
Yeah, well,
For
I
some
can't really
reason this-
concentrate if I think that we can't even put a meal on the table tonight because the stove's broken down.
Very luckily, the hot plate has started to work again, and now I can continue to make the creme caramels.
You okay, Mum?
What is it with these ramekins? They're just crazy.
What's going on?
There's caramel in here, but I'm tipping it all out because we've had a major catastrophe. I'm using new moulds that I'm not used to, and the metal has made all the caramel burn.
This is the worst nightmare coming true.
So I'm not used to using these kind of moulds.
Normally, I can make a creme caramel in my sleep, but yesterday afternoon, I went and bought 12 new moulds, and they're not moulds that I've ever used before, and everything's going wrong.
Holly would have grown up with Kerry's cooking, so I'm sure that they cook very well together in the kitchen.
Forget about the trout. We need to get the entree going. I haven't even done the sorbet yet.
Can't do it at the moment, Holly. I've got the caramel.
We've got no clean bowls, we've got no clean pots. We're running around like mad women. To make my lamb entree, I need to cut up the lamb, put it through the mincer, and so I get on and do that, and then start prepping the veggies to go in the pot with that.
I just wonder if it matters if there's pips in the sorbet.
Absolutely.
This is embarrassing when Pete and Manu come into the kitchen and
Okay,
see
just
this.
be quiet, Holly. Just let's get this done.
The more we try and hurry, the more stressed we become,
I can't understand where all the time has gone.
the more we lose focus.
Mum, I need you to chop the thing for the crate. Oh, I'm stressed.
The disaster is mounting.
Where's the recipe, please? I can't remember what I'm doing anymore.
Then add the chopped garlic and saute for another 60 seconds.
I'm actually starting to really feel sick about it.
That's fine. Just get the skin off.
Whoa, you're stressed. I love it.
I'm worrying that we're even going to have stuff to put on the table.
Okay. Let's go and get changed, okay?
Yeah, do it. No, love.
I'm just looking at it.
Leave it.
There's a beautiful house.
You're letting all the cold out of the freezer, Holly, please.
We're stuffed.
In Perth, it's the final dinner event of the competition, and hosts Kerry and Holly are seconds away from opening the door to their instant restaurant.
We're stuffed.
I actually feel quite sick in my stomach as I'm looking at them all smiling at me and thinking, oh God, if only they knew the chaos out in the kitchen.
It's strange.
I think they look stressed. Oh, they're totally stressed.
Wow. Look at it.
Kerry and Holly's instant restaurant. Beautiful.
Beautiful setup.
The roses. The beautiful roses, antique cutlery, crystal wine glasses. I love that lamp too.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Feel free to sit down.
It's just beautiful. There's crystal and there's little diamonds scattered all over the table and it's just really pretty.
I think tonight we could see some really top-shelf cooking, and the way that they interact as a mother and daughter and the way they talk about food suggests to me that they're going to be a pretty formidable team. Wouldn't be surprised at all if they outscore us. No.
Oh, that's really lovely.
I think they'll have really good, simple, elegant food. The house is beautiful and elegant. I think that'll come out on the plate.
Cheers, team.
Cheers.
Enjoy.
All right, enjoy, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Okay, let's get our aprons and get cooking.
In the kitchen, Kerry and Holly continue to prep their lamb crepe entree.
We just are frantic trying to finish off the filling,
Yes, 4 ounces.
pull the pesto together with the parmesan cheese,
I think that's fine. Just try a bit.
oh, it's good, make the crepes. I'm already exhausted and I just think, how can I move forward?
Oh, God, I've just burnt the caramel
Are you
again.
serious, Mum? Stop trying to do everything else and focus on not burning it. Just forget about everything else.
The caramel burns yet again because I have been focusing on something else and just
Not
under
sticking
so much
to your
pressure.
task.
Yeah, not sticking to my task.
Right, let's try not to
Mum,
burn this
I
lot.
don't want you to leave the stove, seriously.
I know.
At this stage, I only have 6 moulds left to try and make some more creme caramel, so I get them in the oven.
Oh, my God. Oh, God. Holly, that's the judges.
I feel physically sick. Welcome. How you going?
Hi, by yourself?
The door opens and Kerry and Holly are kind of smiling, but you can see there's a bit of stress there as well.
Hi, Pete. How are you?
Are you going in the kitchen?
Beautiful Perth weather.
Fantastic,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Come
Don't
through.
stress.
Hello, bonsoir.
I'm trying to put on a happy face, but inside, my stomach's just turning over.
Welcome to our instant restaurant. The name of our restaurant is Cardamom, which is one of our favourite spices to work with in the kitchen.
Thank you.
The name of the menu is cardamom, and I'm surprised when I open it that you can't see it anywhere in any of the dishes. So already I'm a little bit confused about the theme and the concept of the night and what they're trying to achieve.
I think a lot of people have had some pretty high expectations of this team, and hopefully we're going to get our first amazing 3-course.
We hope you enjoy it.
Each dish has so many elements on it. There's an awful lot of things there that they have to do. So I'm hoping that they're pretty organised in that kitchen.
So why didn't we do something easy for the entree?
Holly's getting on and trying to put the capsicum relish through the mulli.
It's beautiful just as it is. Just put in there. Take 2 seconds to do.
I'm trying to make the crepes frantically.
Mum, we're going to play up this entree in like half an hour, do you realise?
Yep.
Are you aware of that? And I haven't finished doing this yet. And you have to still wrap all the 12 crepes and get the planter. I think that's what you need to be doing right now.
Once I've got my crepes made, I then put the lamb filling into each crepe and roll them into long rectangular parcels. I then dip them in a little bit of dry polenta and then I fry each of them in some hot oil.
Oh, what?
Okay, don't worry.
What?
Okay.
What? Just tell
Got
me.
the cream caramels in there, Holly, that's what.
I just can't believe this, Mum.
I know. I
You're
don't know
telling
what's
me,
going
you keep going on to me about how I'm not doing what I'm meant to be doing, and that's the only thing you were meant to do today.
Well, I've been doing the crepes and I just got so wound up with doing them, I forgot I even had it in there.
I've grown up with Mum's creme caramels, and I cannot believe what is happening tonight.
What do you think about the entree, guys?
I can't say I've had a lamb and fennel crepe before, but it's something that I'm really looking forward to trying.
The pesto and the relish confuse me, having a pesto and a relish. I think one or the other would be fine.
It's an interesting entree. I'd probably order it once and just out of curiosity to really see what it's like.
It's looking like a bit of a dog's breakfast.
It's a rustic dish, Holly. It's a rustic dish.
Mum, how long are they going to take to fry?
Not long. A few minutes each side.
You have to handle them carefully, love.
I'm handling them very carefully, Mum. Some of these crepes are a lot longer than the others. So
I can't help it, Holly. That's what I've got, okay?
Mum, I've got them on the plate. Let's just take it out and get rid of it.
In Perth, it's the final instant restaurant. And Kerry and Holly are ready to serve their entree.
Entree served.
Thank you.
I think it actually looks quite lovely. I'm quite happy with it and I'm just hoping that the flavours will carry us through.
First time in this competition, I don't think the judges look happy at all.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
As they're eating and looking at us and they just look so serious and I just feel mortified. I'm terrified, actually.
I'd like to know whose recipe this is.
I have to own up to that one, I'm afraid.
The lamb, it's a bit dry in there. It goes nice when you put the pesto on it, but then the pesto takes over the whole flavour.
Obviously, you've made the crepes before because they are very well cooked. What have you put in them before?
Sometimes prawns, but I have to admit I don't often put meat in the crepes. I just thought that would make a nice change.
I think I would have preferred to have seen seafood in there, especially for an entree. For me, I'm finding that the filling, it reminds me of eating, a pie mix.
Okay.
I think they tried too hard to impress us with adding so many different things on the plate and got confused.
Bon appétit.
Okay, look. Our friends have always told us that they loved it. We tasted the mixture. We just think it's...
I liked it. I thought it was awesome.
I did too.
Maybe we don't have very good taste in food.
Oh, well.
I finished my entree because I think it's rude to leave anything on the plate that is edible if you're hungry.
It's almost parmesan pesto to me. There's a lot of parmesan in there. It's almost hard to taste the basil.
The flavour of it's nothing worth writing home about.
Is it competition standard? Probably not, no.
In the competition, we're at the bottom. It's not really where we want to be.
I feel like our fate in the competition is going to come down to their success or failure, which makes me feel even worse.
Sausage done.
In the kitchen, Kerry and Holly continue prepping their main of snapper with smoked trout sausage.
How are there bones everywhere? I don't know. To make the trout sausage mixture, I take some fresh snapper. I then add a little bit of egg white, some cream, and I blend that until I create a smooth consistency. And I stir through the smoked trout flesh.
I want you to make a bit of bench space. We're going to roll the sausages together, but I want to get this beetroot on first.
Yep.
Okay, can I just get the beetroot on? Is there a reasonable amount of salt?
Yeah.
You want it seasoned.
As well as the snapper and the trout sausage, they still have to prep the veal jus, the caramelised beetroot, and the celeriac mash.
Listen to me. Leave the celeriac puree. I'm going to do the celeriac and season it. I need you to do the fish. I need you to do the fish. Just leave it. This isn't... It's not breaking up because it's not cooked. Ah! My God.
We just can't catch up in any way at all, and we're just so unfocused, we're so stressed.
Where's the kettle? Does the kettle work?
We can't think anymore.
There's like hard lumps in this, Mum.
What? Put it through the millie. Just put it through the millie.
This is becoming a nightmare. There you go. We still need to get the beetroots done.
At the moment, all I want to do is just get this beetroot happening.
The trout sausages simmered in the water and then lightly fried. You can't do everything. Just
Love, the fish is going to take 4 minutes to cook, and I'd rather just get these out.
And we need to cook the fish.
Holly, can you run after me and season? Oh,
So pretty much everything still needs to be done.
Okay, Holly.
Yes.
We are going to be a few minutes late serving up.
A few minutes? Once that fish is ready to go, we need to get it onto the plate.
We'll cut them in half, okay? Because we don't have enough.
I go to plate up the trout sausage and we realise that we're one short. Do you want to just slice them all? So we have no choice but to try and make them stretch onto 12 plates. Oh, God.
Okay, we're going to put a piece on like that.
Oh, my God.
Next, with 2 courses to go,
You've cooked this dish before then?
Oh, yes.
can Kerry and Holly impress their guests enough to escape tonight's elimination?
Stressed?
In Perth, it's the final dinner event of the competition. If Kerry and Holly are to stay in the competition, they need to beat Anne-Marie and Nick's score of 65.
Mum, I don't think you should put it on the fish. Put it around the edge of the plate. Please, just stop. Just stop, please.
Look, Mum,
the whole plan was we were going to go around the edge of the plate like
oh, well,
this.
the plan's gone to boot.
That looks much better. Trust me. You're taking that
No,
one.
it's that one, Love.
That one's got sauce everywhere.
Just grab it. Okay, you right?
The main course is served. Sorry, the sauce isn't as neat as I would have liked it to be.
Thank you. The main courses look like they've just gone boom, 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 boom. That's the best we can do.
Thank you. I had a problem with the sausage.
It looks like a smiley face.
That's a frown.
I think higgledy-piggledy is the word. It almost is like they've raided the fridge to take whatever they can to put a dish together.
Stressed?
We've had a few things go wrong tonight.
I was asking because you can see it on the plate.
Is this your dish, Holly, or yours, Kerry?
It's a combination of both. We made it up together.
So you've cooked this dish before then?
Oh, yes. Well, we did make part of it up.
Oh, well,
How many times?
which component of it though?
They were very hesitant and confused. You know, you can't just take elements and throw it together, juggle it and hopefully catch it on a plate. And that's what it seems like they've done, which is a shame.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things to cook for 12 people. It's a lot of work.
As I hear him say that, I'm thinking, yes, I'm just quite mad.
The positives. It's a beautiful piece of fish. You've cooked it well. You've cooked it actually really nicely.
Beautiful caramelization on top. It's flaky. The celery puree, it's also really nice. It's quite sweet and light. The beetroot, not too sure if it fits the rest of the plate. The sausage is probably the worst thing on the plate.
It's like taking a dagger to the heart, especially after all the time I've spent smoking the trout myself and deboning it.
And it's really, really, really disappointing. Really dry, hard to swallow. I'll give you my recipe.
Thank you.
We can't create something good. We can't tell you anything good about it. It's really hard.
It's quite shattering for me to say it, but we have to be fair and we can't, I guess, bite our tongues. Otherwise, it's not fair on the other teams.
Confused probably doesn't quite... I think it goes beyond confused.
It kind of tasted all the same to me.
It doesn't feel good to think, oh, we might have a chance now because Kerry and Holly have presented such a, average dish.
Bring on dessert. Hopefully they nail it with that.
To date, Kerry's had 3 failed attempts to make enough creme caramels for her guests.
We've had a major catastrophe. The metal has made all the caramel burn.
Oh, what? What? Just tell me.
The cream caramels in there, Holly, that's what.
They've been able to save some of the creme caramels, but they're all in different shapes. Now another batch is in the oven, and Kerry and Holly are hoping for some perfect desserts.
Oh, there were the rest of the cream caramels.
You're kidding me. That's the 4th time that we've burnt them today.
I open up the oven and to my horror, there are the creme caramels just completely dried out and black.
Okay, we've got enough in the fridge.
Yes, there's enough in the fridge too.
Can't have them different sizes. We have to do another batch.
I don't think we can, Holly.
Are you joking? I'm embarrassed to set up different size ramekins.
Holly wanted me to make some more, and I just thought, I just don't think I could even find 1 ounce more of energy.
I'll have one shot at it. I guess I'll just have one more shot.
But what ramekins can we use? Can we clean out the ones
No,
in the
you know what I
oven?
do? I do it in some small loaf tins and give them a slice of creme caramel.
The only way I can see of doing this is to make 1 creme caramel in a loaf tin, which I've done many times before. Then I can slice it into 12 beautiful slices.
You can do this, Mum. Have faith.
Hello.
Hi, Manu.
What are you doing down
Oh,
here?
we've resorted to a
You good?
backup.
Kerry and Ollie are just about to bake some more creme caramel in tins, in large tins.
I used some new moulds, which I'm not used to, and...
Are they in there?
Yeah.
So open the fridge and see what the problem is. They've got 3 different colors caramel. Some are overcooked, some are just cooked okay. And the only thing I can say is, listen, what you've got in your oven now is not necessarily going to work. I would try to go with what you've got. I would love take my jacket off and put my chef one on. I'll give you a hand.
It's okay.
But then
Thank you.
I would be cheating. But
Yep.
think about how you're going to plate it. Clear your minds. Okay.
Thank you, Manu.
Good luck.
Thanks, Manu.
These new moulds, nothing has gone right with them. Normally they just slide straight out for me, but this just won't come out. I just almost smash it down on the table.
You just chucked that.
I didn't.
It's going to break if you just chuck it like that. You're not even caring anymore.
Sorry.
Seriously, if you don't want to take the time, I'll do it. At this point, I have to take control back over from Mum and tell her that if you're not going to be gentle with the creme caramels of the precious few that we have intact, let me do it, please.
Next, with their future in the competition in danger, can Kerry and Holly end the evening on a high?
Oh, that's lovely.
Or will they be facing elimination?
We seem to have different size cream caramels around the table.
In Perth, hosts Kerry and Holly are hoping they can give their guests a dessert to remember and escape tonight's elimination.
That's going in the bin, clearly, because that's terrible. There you go. Dessert is served.
It looks pretty. It looks ladylike.
I think the presentation's beautiful. This is definitely the highlight of the night.
Presentation on my plate is a lot better than the first two courses. Presentation around the table, though, we have a lot of inconsistencies. We seem to have different size cream caramels around the table.
I can see other people looking around the table at each other's and I feel a bit cringy at that.
A little bit eggy. I can get the flavour of egg through the cream caramel a little bit too much.
It's maybe a little too firm, a little bit too cooked, maybe I should say. I think the overcooking is what brings the egg flavour, the really strong egg flavour to the cream caramel. It just coagulates a lot and it becomes like a scrambled eggs or an omelette. It's a beautiful sorbet. You know, it's been chunched properly, there's no ice particle in there.
You've got two desserts here on the plate, which is nice if we're having a tasting plate. They've, again, done exactly what they've done with the entree and the main course. They've overcomplicated the dish.
Oh, that's lovely. I think it's lovely.
So I dig straight into the raspberry sorbet and it's absolutely delicious.
It also tastes better than my one.
I wasn't able to finish my cream caramel, so I decided to hide it under my sorbet dish. An indication of the fact that I didn't really like it.
I would have preferred just a big tub of the sorbet and heaps of berries in there.
When I try the cream caramel, it's burnt and it tastes really bitter. I just can't believe it. I feel so shattered for them, shattered.
I don't know why we didn't just use those white moulds. We did it so many times today. At the end of the day, we should have just gotten the white moulds and done the white moulds.
For Kerry and Holly to avoid tonight's sudden death cook-off, they need to score more than Anne-Marie and Nick, who are currently bottom with 65. The guest teams must now critique tonight's three-course meal before scoring it out of 10.
What do you think of the entree?
The entree, the savoury mince were pretty good, but it wasn't quite as I expected.
I thought it was okay. It could have been better. The mince I thought was a little underwhelming.
The fish was okay. Mine wasn't perfectly cooked. Overall, really disappointed for them and surprised in general.
There was nothing that I couldn't eat tonight and nothing that I didn't want to eat tonight. The sausage was my favourite. I like the jus.
I think I really enjoyed the raspberry sorbet tonight. Oh, wow, that's delicious.
My cream caramel was way too eggy. I didn't really enjoy it at all.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking a 5.
Yeah, I agree, 5.
That's fair.
So tonight we give Kerry and Holly 5 out of 10. In my opinion, tonight probably was the least enjoyable experience of all the instant restaurants, so I think they'll probably be down the bottom.
Okay, so tonight for Kerry and Holly's Instant Restaurant, we give them a 4. Neither the entree, main or dessert hit the mark. To get a higher score, at least one of the dishes needed to meet our expectations.
So tonight we're going to give Kerry and Holly a 6 out of 10. I'll normally only go back to a restaurant if I think it was fantastic. I'd give them a second shot down the track, possibly, but I wouldn't rush back.
So tonight we're going to give Holly and Kerry a 6 out of 10. I think that Holly and Kerry are both better cooks than what they've been able to show us tonight. They've let the emotion and the tension of the occasion get to them.
So tonight we give Kerry and Holly a 5 out of 10.
It's just how it is.
We're judging a food on the plate tonight, and regardless of where we were sitting in the competition, this would be a score we'd give them.
Well, the lowest combined group score that we'd be happy with is a 30 because that's the lowest group score that any restaurant's had in this competition, and I guess to get lower than that would be
Pretty demoralising.
Yeah, pretty heartbreaking.
As everyone knows, this is the last time we'll be visiting someone's home and their instant restaurant. Currently, Anne-Marie and Nick have the lowest score and are up for elimination. We know you're all wondering what tonight's scores are. All will be revealed, but not here and not now.
What?
Tomorrow, we'll all meet in kitchen headquarters where the final scores will be revealed. Thank you all for a lovely evening.
We still don't know our fate. We don't even know if we're going through the next round. We don't know Kerry and Holly's score yet. We don't know what's happening.
Coming up in this 90-minute special.
This journey could be over for somebody, and that somebody could be us.
Have Kerry and Holly done enough to escape toughing it out in the kitchen against Kane and Lee, who finished bottom of Group 1?
We don't want to be the first to leave.
All teams in the competition meet at Kitchen HQ and brace themselves.
Your time starts now.
For the first sudden death cook-off.
Is that enough?
Kerry and Holly have been on the go all day.
Forget about the trout, we need to get the entree going. Haven't even done the sorbet yet.
Can't do it at the moment, Holly. I've got the caramel.
Prepping and cooking a 3-course meal for their guests.
This is becoming a nightmare.
In a tense, pressure-filled kitchen,
Oh,
anything that could go wrong
Is that broken? Oh my God.
We've had a major catastrophe.
did go wrong.
I just can't understand where all the time has gone.
At the end of a day full of drama,
Tomorrow, we'll all meet in kitchen headquarters where the final scores will be revealed.
What?
now 24 hours later, they are back at kitchen headquarters.
It's pretty nerve-wracking walking in and knowing that this journey could be over for somebody and that somebody could be us.
Holly and Kerry had a few things that went wrong, but at the same time, so did Nick and Anne-Marie, and they're currently in last place, so I think it's going to be close.
The competition's been tough already, and now all of a sudden it's just doubled.
Someone's going home today, and I really hope it's not us.
Teams, welcome back to kitchen headquarters. At the moment, there are 6 teams in your group, but soon, one of you will be fighting for survival in this competition. Let's take a look at the current leaderboard. Bill and Alex, your total was 86. You are currently sitting in first place.
Anne-Marie and Nick, you currently have the lowest score with 65 points. Kerry and Holly, that's the score you have to beat. Are you nervous?
I'm pretty emotional, I guess. I think either way, I'll probably be quite emotional because we want to scrape in, but you don't want to see anybody else in the group get eliminated.
Kerry and Holly, last night your guest teams gave you a combined score.
Well, the lowest combined group score that we'd be happy with is a 30 because that's the lowest group score that any restaurant's had in this competition.
Of 26 out of 50.
I felt relieved for us because obviously it's a lower score than what we got, but at the same time, we're not out of the woods.
Now it's time to reveal our scores. For entree, lamb crepes with fennel.
The lamb tasted okay, but it was pretty dry. It didn't look amazing on the plate either. So for that, I give you a 4.
I was really disappointed when Manu gave us a 4 for the entree because I know that crepe was cooked well and I tasted the lamb mixture and I thought it was really delicious.
The lamb didn't have much flavour at all and the fennel was non-existent. The score I'm giving you for your entree is a 4.
Ladies, for main, you had pine-fried snapper with smoked trout sausage. You were stressed and disorganized,
Okay, Holly.
Yes.
We are going to be a few minutes late serving up,
A
okay?
few minutes? God.
and we could see that on the plate.
You missed the mark, both on presentation and flavour. The score I'm giving you for your main course is a 4.
Looking over at Kerry and Holly, I think they're a little surprised and devastated at that score. Personally, I think it's about right for what they put up on the night.
I give you a 4. For dessert, creme caramel, raspberry sorbet with mixed berry compote. I was lucky to have a good creme caramel because as I was looking around the table, there was a lot of inconsistency.
Mine was a tad overcooked and a little bit eggy. The sorbet was absolutely gorgeous. Great consistency, beautiful flavour. The score I'm giving you for your dessert is a 6.
I give you a 7.
Thank you. Thank you. The whole meal wasn't a complete failure. The dessert, wasn't too bad. If we'd gotten 4s for that as well, I think I would have just packed my bags and walked out the door at that point.
The score to beat is Anne-Marie and Nick on 65. Kerry and Holly, your grand total score is 55.
I can't tell you how embarrassed I am to get that kind of score. I feel bad for us. I feel bad for WA.
Congratulations, Anne-Marie and Nick. You are safe.
We've been given a second chance and we're going to make the most of it.
Kerry and Holly, this means you have one more chance to prove that you've got what it takes.
We really need to pull it together now and prove why we got into the competition to begin with.
This is it, sudden death.
Let us now welcome back to kitchen headquarters the teams from Group 1. Daniela and Stefania, Sammy and Bella, Artie and Johnny, Donna and Reed, Mel and James, and Kane and Lee.
We're feeling good about doing the cook-off. It's great that we get a second chance to prove ourselves. I don't think that our restaurant round was our best cooking to date. What's going on?
I don't know, they're sticking. We don't want Australia to think that we can't cook.
That gives you a grand total score of 59.
We've definitely got heaps more to show and it's good that we get a chance to do it.
Kerry and Holly, Kane and Lee, you are the lowest ranked teams in your groups. One of you will be eliminated from the competition tonight.
You are the very first to compete in a sudden death cook-off.
It will all come down to one dish, your signature dish, something that embodies your cooking spirit.
You are cooking for your lives. Your kitchens are ready, take to your stations.
Walking into the kitchen and putting our aprons on, it was this mixed feeling of excitement and dread.
Kane and Lee being in our group and being against the other contestants in the other group, we're going to back them the whole way tonight. Come on, Kane. Come on, Lee.
We both really feel for Holly and Kerry, but we're going to be here supporting them tonight.
We put our aprons on, we walk over to the bench. This is it. This is our last chance to stay in the competition.
Kerry and Holly, Kane and Lee, you have 1.5 hours to blow us away with your signature dish. Make every second count. Your time starts now.
How many eggplants do you reckon we're going to need?
All teams have had to pre-submit their signature dish recipes, and we are cooking ours tonight. We're cooking a Thai chicken curry with coconut rice and sweet potato chips. Which knife would you like, Chef Nat?
Yes, please. This is actually Kane's signature dish, but we've adapted a bit of Lee into it.
I'm going to get the pork out and start it.
Yep.
And you're going to get the milk and everything out for me.
Tonight we're going to be cooking a duo of pork, which is going to be a pork fillet stuffed with apricots and prunes, pork belly with crackling, a pea and white bean puree, caramelised pear and a Calvados stew.
I'm going to start trying to crackle this pork.
Just make sure you salt it well.
Yep.
Throwing some salt on it, getting it into the hot pan with some oil and hoping that the skin starts to blister pretty quickly.
My hands are shaking. This time around, we just want to show Australia a different Holly and Kerry that you didn't see in the instant restaurant.
What are you doing, Mum?
We want to try and stay really calm and show the kind of relationship we have and how we work together in the kitchen.
Do you know how to turn up? I've already put the top oven on. No. The left.
This paste is going to work really well, I think.
Lee's in charge of the curry paste. That was the delegation, was that Lee is grinding up the herbs. Which ones are you missing?
Okay,
Talk to me.
1,
What do you
2,
got?
3, 4, 5, 6,
Yell it out.
7, 8, 9, 10.
We're working with 14 different elements in this curry paste that we have to get right, and the consistency of it all and the proportions of it as well.
Just going to fry this off to give it a little bit more of the aroma.
The main components of it is galangal, which is a Thai ginger, garlic, and chilies.
You have to get the right balance between sweet, sour, and salty. It's just the base of any Thai curry.
There's lots to remember, and all this needs to be finely ground into a paste.
This is really hard to pound because of all the really wet vegetables in there.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, how am I going to pound this? It's just not going to happen.
Come on, Kane and Lee.
So do you want to go blitzing it now because we're running out of time?
All right, I'm chucking the rest of it in that blitzer.
Is that enough?
You just need to trust it.
10 minutes is
Okay.
gone, Holly. I'm just trying to cut this off.
Okay, yep. Is it okay?
The crackling's not coming off in one whole piece as I normally would expect it to do.
We'll make it work, Mum. Don't stress, we'll make it work.
Next,
Get it away! What is wrong with you?
as the kitchen temperature rises,
I can't believe this is not boiling. I've got it on the highest heat.
both teams fight for survival.
Something's missing. What's missing?
Let go.
I am not going home.
Cooking for survival. Kane and Lee with their chicken curry.
We can't wait to see it, but I wouldn't want to be in their boots.
Is that enough?
You just need to trust it.
Kerry and Holly's duo of pork.
We'll make it work, Mum. Don't stress, we'll make it work.
And there can be only one winner. The other will be going home.
Because the pork rind has been pretty well chopped up, I'm putting some extra pieces in the oven, hoping that I will get the crackling, the amount of crackling that I need one way or the other.
This coconut milk's not very milky.
Hey?
Look.
Oh my gosh. Get it away! What is wrong with you?
After the chicken's all cut and marinated, I start on the coconut rice.
It's got a long time to go for the rice has to be cooked.
They've got the rice on really early.
What you're saying, the rice is on already?
Yeah.
I think we can start the rice now. It's something that can sit for up to an hour after it's cooked and it still holds its form and keeps its shape.
While Mum's getting the pork belly going on the stove, I start working on the stuffing. Do you reckon that'll be okay? Is that fine enough? In that stuffing, we've got apricots, prunes, some pine nuts I'm going to brown in the pan, some slow-cooked onions, some thyme leaves, and then a couple of tablespoons of port and some seasoning.
The stuffing looks good, doesn't it?
Is that ready for me to go now?
Yep, that's ready. Hello.
How are you doing with time?
Good, yeah, I think we're going okay.
I think we're going okay.
Much better than our instant restaurant.
How's your crackling going? Smelling good.
Good.
All right, now you know how much I love sauce. Is the sauce on now?
Well, I'm just about to put it on.
How long do you think the sauce is going to take?
Well, I just want to reduce this lovely stock down a bit.
And what else goes in there?
White wine and then some Calvados and some prunes.
I always put a little Calvados in the sauce. Calvados is an apple-based liqueur that goes beautifully with pork.
Don't be too crazy on the Calvados, huh?
We don't want to get you drunk.
Maybe we do want to get him drunk so it can't taste any different.
Kane and Lee, something's smelling good in here.
It's good to hear.
And this is your rice
That's our
here.
coconut rice, yep.
Is it cooked?
It certainly is.
Pete comes over and he says, you've put the coconut rice on now.
You know you've got 40 minutes till you have to serve up.
We certainly do, yep. If we don't let it set properly, it's too gluggy.
You sure about that?
Yes.
And he does put doubt in both of our minds that we might have made a mistake with this rice.
Think about all your components, okay, guys? Make sure everything's perfect, including the rice.
The rice, we will.
We've done it before. It might not be the way that Pete Evans cooks it, but hopefully it turns out to Pete Evans' liking.
Guys, you've got 40 minutes left.
Come on, guys, you really need to get moving now.
That sauce is just quite flavourous. Can we add something to it? Can we put the pound juices in now? Because we really need to get some flavour into it.
They're surprisingly calm, eh?
I reckon they're doing really well.
I can't believe this is not boiling. I've got it on the highest heat. I've never put something on a stove before and waited 10 minutes and it not boil.
Got far too much water. Let's tip some water out.
Okay, I'll do it. Can you do the fillets? Can you do the fillets though? Can you just let go and I'll do that and you do the fillets? Let go. I decide I'm just going to take the peas and the white beans off the stove. I'm going to drain them out and test them. What do you think?
A little bit firm.
I could put them back in the pot and just sit them in boiling water for a minute.
I would do
Yeah,
that.
Oh, yeah.
So it's time for the sweet potatoes now to make them into the chips. I'm having a bit of trouble with the peeler. Look how they're coming out.
They'll be fine. They're thin enough.
Do you reckon they're okay?
I think they're
It's just really hard to get a good angle. I'm going to start frying this off, Lee. Wish me luck.
30 minutes left.
Come on, guys, come on.
Get the frying pan. Let's get started with the chicken. At about half an hour to go, and they haven't even started cooking the chicken or the vegetables. I'm astounded.
The chicken's not even cooked.
All I can hear is the other teams just yelling at me.
Put that chicken in.
Fantastic stuff.
It was a really good reminder for me to get a move on.
Can you let me do that and you do the pears? If you peel the pears, then you can take back over, okay?
Oh, okay.
We've got quite a lot going on with the pork because we've got crackling in the oven, we've got pork belly braising in the milk in the pot.
And we've got fillets. We have to brown them in the pan, then we have to finish cooking them in the oven. So there's a lot of pork everywhere.
Yep.
How are you going for time?
I think we're going well.
Yep.
And I'm just putting this pork in now.
Duo of pork with poached pear and pork belly braised with crackling. It sounds delicious, but instantly I'm thinking, so much going on again.
Put that up too high. Yeah. Just get that on low.
Do you think that's enough eggplant?
We're using eggplant, but the other vegetables we've put in are more traditional and more Western. So we've got some pumpkin in there and some carrot as well.
Woo, those chilies are strong. You should taste it and see what's missing.
Oh, I don't know, it's just, we're going to put some basil in it, yeah?
I panicked a little. It's all going in. Fish sauce, palm sugar, lime, and it's just taste. Pour. Taste.
It's just a matter of getting that punch.
Something's missing. What's missing? Sugar.
Thai curry should just be a harmony of beautiful, subtle flavours that dance around your mouth.
More chilies.
Really?
There's no heat. I can't get any heat. I put more chilies in it. Lee puts more chilies in it.
More chili.
So why not adding more chili?
I'm worried that they're going to stick way too many chilies in here and make it super hot.
This cannot go wrong. I am not going home.
Coming up,
Just do things yourself if you don't trust me.
I trust you, Lee.
as the minutes turn into seconds,
It's this one.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
who has survived the sudden death cook-off?
Time's up. Step away from the benches.
And who will be going home?
I'm surprised.
You now have 10 minutes left.
We've got 10 minutes to go. We've got to start plating up.
We have some banana leaves that we're going to put on top of a plate, and we're going to put the rice in a little mould. They just put it on and tap it.
Just do things yourself if you don't trust me.
I trust you, Lee.
Oh, what do you know?
So I put the peas and the white beans into the processor and I get that all mixed up. I'm really happy with the consistency. Everything is just going really well. Okay, I've never piped puree onto a plate before, so there's always a time for a first. I think it looks really beautiful with the rosettes of the puree. It looks really modern and clean. I'm hoping that the judges like it.
It smells delicious.
As I slice up those pork fillets, I know they are absolutely perfect.
I'm just going to finish doing this one last pair and I'm done.
I really want to get the pork on now. It's time.
Come on, guys, you only have 5 minutes left.
Just get us doesn't pack that, that bit of punch. It's a greener curry, so it's not meant to be that spicy.
I've got lots of crackling and it's all absolutely gorgeous. I just want to eat it myself.
Crackling coming up. And got a pork belly on each one?
Yep, pork belly's done.
We're on track, but let's keep moving.
Let's put the sauce on the plate, Holly. I want the sauce on the plate.
Yep, sauce is going on the plate. Sauce is going on the plate.
Right down to the end, down to the wire. It's almost there.
I'm exhausted.
My hands are shaking.
Teams, you only have 1 minute to go.
I can't. It's running into all of it, but I think it looks nice.
I look up at the clock and it started counting down seconds.
It's this one.
I've got Pete saying in my head, what's missing? It's all good. It's all good. Just
sure?
yes.
Come on, quick hands, move it, just move it.
We really only have 10 more seconds left.
So I'm checking all the plates.
10,
9, 8,
Is there enough potato chips?
7, 6.
Is the banana leaf shiny?
5, 4,
And I was just thinking, get it together, Holly. You got to do this.
3, 2, 1. Time's up. Step away from the benches.
It's all over. I can't believe it. I think we've done a great job. I'm really, really proud of us. I think that looks awesome.
I feel like we've done well. We've plated up a dish and we're proud of it. The flavours are great. It looks amazing. I just want to know what they think now.
We We walk up the steps and present our dishes to the judges, and I'm thinking, this looks great. I'm really got a good feeling about it all.
Thanks, Kerry. My first impression is that the pork looks wonderful.
Manu takes the first bite of our meal and he looks pretty satisfied, and you can hear him crunching into that crackling. That's a great feeling.
So ladies, the belly, it's got beautiful flavour.
Thank you.
Really nice. Love the crackling.
For me, the highlight is the pork loin. How you've rolled it, what you've stuffed it with, and how you've cooked it is spectacular. The pea puree with the white bean is nice as well.
They loved the pork loin, they loved the puree. I'm really nervous now.
Have you ever cooked both pieces of pork and put them on the plate together in a dish?
Yes.
I'm surprised. I think we've been talking about simplicity, and again, you've made extra work for yourself. Presentation, I think you're trying too hard, again, to make things look restauranty.
You're spreading your food too much on your plate. There's too much emptiness.
We got quite positive feedback, but now it feels like it's kind of going the other way, and I start to get very nervous.
The pear, I could have cooked it a bit longer.
All in all, girls, it's an enjoyable dish. I would love to come to Christmas Day and have that pork. If you cook the pork loin like that, I'm there.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's now our turn to take our dishes up to Pete and Manu. I'm not satisfied with the punch of the curry. It's still going to be a curry missing something.
We're in trouble.
It's got to be the worst part of this competition in terms of the nervous energy that goes rushing through your body when Pete and Manu try your food for the first time.
Is it too hot?
We're really stripped naked, we're really raw standing there, and I'm just trying to look confident and to breathe.
Yes, I have forgotten to breathe at this point.
Kane and Lee, I love eggplants in curries when they're cooked. It's one of those vegetables when they're not cooked enough, they're not very pleasant to eat. And that's what I'm finding here. And that's what I'm saying, it's not easy to make a curry. You have to put things in the sauce, one after the other.
When we listen to Kane and Lee's critique, I guess we're feeling a little bit more confident.
But we're still incredibly nervous.
Yeah.
It's a very enjoyable curry to eat. The rice is actually surprisingly good. I mean, this rice actually has a really lovely flavour that goes all the way through it. And then when I try the curry, the marriage is there. I do love that you've used the chicken thigh as well. It's juicy, so well done on your choice of cut.
The flavour is good, I like it, but it seems that it's missing a bit of kick into it. And the presentation, I feel like I'm in a Thai restaurant.
And it is by far the best dish you've cooked so far in the competition.
There doesn't seem to be much separating both Kerry and Holly and ourselves.
We think it's going to be a really close match.
We've got both the teams' dishes in front of us, and they're from two completely different worlds.
The rolled pork with the prunes was beautiful. Delicious.
The pork and the fruit went really nice together, went really well with the jus and the puree.
For me, Kane and Lee's curry is perfect. There wasn't too much chilli in there for me, and I just wanted more.
Look, who doesn't love a curry? But at the same time, it's a very different dish to Kerry and Holly's.
Coming up,
I have to say, very, very close.
The flavours on the plate were wonderful.
it's a tense wait for the teams
I score you.
I score you.
as the judges decide who's staying and who's going.
Manu and Pete are ready to deliver their scores. It's either going to be them or it's going to be us. And we don't want it to be us, so it has to be them.
Our whole future in this competition hangs on this moment. I just really don't want to go home.
Teams, I have to say, very, very close. You've both stepped it up today and created some impressive dishes that we both loved. But as you know, this is a competition, a very tough competition. And one of you will be leaving tonight.
Kerry and Holly, you've cooked us a duo of pork with pea and white bean puree, caramelized pear, and Calvados jus. The way I look at food on the plate is a frame, not a canvas. So the food needs to be scented. The braised pork belly, and half an hour more, would have been braised beautifully.
It wasn't as juicy and as succulent as pork belly could be.
And the caramelized pear, here or there. It's not really caramelized, but the flavors on the plate were wonderful. The pea puree was smooth, seasoned properly, the sweetness of the pea, it was great. The tenderloin, well cooked.
Filled with that pine nut and dried fruit mixture. You should be proud.
Ken and Lee, you cooked a Thai chicken curry with coconut rice and fried sweet potato chips.
Presentation of the dish was lovely, it was elegant.
The rice was cooked well.
The flavour of the curry, it was mild. Could have done with a little bit more punch with the chilli for me.
It was nearly a complete dish. You know, it's not overcomplicated. And I think it was cooked from the heart.
There doesn't seem to be much separating both Kerry and Holly and ourselves. Could be going home in 5 minutes.
Could be hanging up our aprons and packing up.
Kerry and Holly, duo of pork, I score you a 7. Well done.
Thank you.
I score you a 7. This gives you a total score of 14.
We're happy with that. It's a good score, much better than our instant restaurant round, so, we're hoping that's enough to get us through tonight.
It's a really good score, which is quite disheartening for us because now we have to live up to that.
Kane and Lee, for your Thai green chicken curry, I score you an 8.
Ken and Lee, I scored you an 8.
Oh my God.
Which gives you a total score of 16 out of 20.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We are just so happy for them because we knew they could do it. We knew they had it in them, and we're just so happy that they're still with us and that we get to compete against them now.
Thank you so much.
We're glad that it's not us going home, but at the same time, we sympathise with them because it could have so easily have been us standing over there. It was so close.
Kerry and Holly, you've been great competitors. I'm sorry that you're the first to leave, because I really don't think we got to see the best of you, and it was very, very close tonight.
We've become quite close with Kerry and Holly, so it is sad to see them go.
We're proud of ourselves today. We think we cooked really well. And
it's been a huge adventure for us to do this together.
I think we'll take away from this better time management and organisation. And
that's what life's about, learning from your mistakes and trying to improve on them. It's been tremendous.
Well, on that note, I'm sure your fellow teams would like to say goodbye to you.
Sometimes I feel like throw my hands up in the air.
Saying goodbye to Kerry and Holly was really hard. They'll be dearly missed, and it won't be the same without them.
To be eliminated is heart-wrenching, but somebody had to go home, so I guess it's us. At the end of the day, we were one of 12 teams selected from the whole country. We're very proud that we've made it this far, and we've made so many friends. I don't know if you've guessed, but mother-daughter. Yeah. We're not sisters. Had so many great experiences, tasted some amazing food.
Don't start me laughing. What's next for the two of us? Back to the kitchen with a whole lot more knowledge?
No fighting.
No, absolutely not. And hopefully cooking lots of great meals together.
Next time on My Kitchen Rules.
Oh, what's going to happen next?
The competition gets turned on its head.
Your scores from your instant restaurant round mean everything right now.
And with a surprise around every corner.
Think Australian, think big. Kidding me.
All bets are off.
It's every man for themselves.